If you have ever wanted to do anything other than what you are doing right now, the only thing that's holding you back is your fear that you are not going to succeed. And you owe it to yourself to prove it to you that you will. Because while you're thinking, what if this doesn't work? What if this doesn't turn out the way that I expect it to turn out? What if it does? Okay? What if it does? I just left the office. We have secured an office space. I'm really excited about that because working at home in my home office, too comfortable. Entirely too comfortable. So we secured a office space. You guys already know that I've been commissioned as a notary, but I don't believe I told you guys that I passed my National Department of Transportation Specimen Collection certification exam. So your girl is now nationally recognized to do DOT, Department of Transportation, drug testing. Let me tell you something. There's no better feeling than the feeling of proving it to yourself that you can do it. Okay? Proving it to yourself that the things that you aspire to do, you have done. You didn't just talk about it. You didn't just watch videos. You didn't just, imagine the idea of it. You actually did it and proved it to yourself and kept the promise to yourself. I think that's what made the biggest change for me in my life, was me making small promises to myself and keeping those small promises. Those small promises turned into big promises that I said I was going to keep to myself. And you know what that ended up doing? It ended up allowing me to trust myself more. I think there was a time in my life where I did not trust myself, right? And that's why I always thought that I would fail, because I didn't trust myself. Why? Because there were times where I said I would do something and I wouldn't do it, or I would start it and then I would stop. But when I started keeping small promises to myself and started building that trust with myself, it gave me the confidence boost that I needed. And so I just want you to know that whatever that desire, that dream is that you have, the things that you want to do in your life, what if it does work out? What if it does work out exactly how you imagined it working out? Because the likelihood of it working out that way, if you do what you say you're going to do, is very high. So I don't know who this is for, but I remember a time just when I would just talk about the things that I wanted to do and would not go after them. Every single thing, every single experience led me to this point. There are things that I'm applying now that I learned 2-3 years ago. Things that I learned 6 months ago. Every single thing is leading you to where you are going. And it may not all make sense right now, but I can guarantee you one thing. If you do not take the risk, if you do not start the thing, whatever the thing is for you, it may not be becoming a notary. It may not be digital marketing. It may not be becoming nationally certified to do Department of Transportation drug testing. It may not be any of the things that I am doing. Whatever it is for you, if you do not start and if you do not keep that promise to yourself that you're actually going to do it and see it through, you're going to remain in that cycle, in that pattern of starting and stopping, watching videos, analysis paralysis, just getting all the information, overwhelming yourself, and then getting frustrated and not doing it, and then blaming it on everything else outside of you as to why it didn't work. So if I could give you any piece of unsolicited advice, is to get out of your own way And I know you have heard this time and time again, but that fear is crippling you. Those limiting beliefs are crippling you. Those thoughts of imposter syndrome is crippling you, and it's causing you to stay exactly where you are. For me, I mentioned earlier, I had to start keeping small promises to myself. For me, it really was like working out, right? I hated working out. I hated working out, going to the gym. You know, sometimes I still hate it. Sometimes I still don't want to do it. But I have it on my refrigerator, on my calendar that's on my refrigerator. Who do you want to be? Right? And I had to start asking myself that. It's not what do I want to do with my life. It's who do you want to be? Who do you want to show up as? Do you want to continue showing up as the person that says they're going to do something but don't do it? Showing up as the person that has bad credit? Showing up as the person that is allowing fear to keep them stifled and stuck and crippled? Do you want to keep showing up as the person that just don't got your shit together? Do you want to keep showing up as the person that is all talk and really no action at all? Or who do you want to be? Right? And that's something that I had to ask myself. And for me personally, it was, I no longer wanted to be the person that started something or talked about something that they was going to do and actually did it. I no longer wanted to work out so that I could have a nice body. I wanted to be the person that worked out so that she could be healthy. I am 39 now. I just celebrated my 39th birthday, and that kind of stuff really starts to set in, and it's like, let's go. Like, who do you want to be? Right? Who do you want to show up as in this world? And so there are days where I don't want to get up to go work out, but I have it on my refrigerator calendar. Not working out is not an option. We got to stop giving ourselves options and choices and start making decisions on what it is that we are going to do to get to where we want to get to, right? Because when we give ourselves options, we find excuses and ways to kind of, talk ourselves out of the thing. But when we make a decision, when I made the decision, I'm not working out for a nice body. The nice body is going to come as a result of me working out, but I'm not working out for a nice body. I'm working out because I want to be healthy, because I am getting older, and this body is the body that's carrying me. And so it's like, it's not an option. I made a decision. Whether I want to or not, I am going to, right? Because your feelings will have you stuck, okay? Your feelings will have you self-sabotaging yourself over and over and over again. Trust me, I know. Trust me when I tell you, I know, because I have started and stopped and started and stopped a million umpteen times, right? But when I started keeping those promises to myself, those little promises, when I started keeping those little promises to myself, I started gaining more and more trust in myself. And a lot of the times I was just too comfortable. I was too comfortable. And God had me do things that were uncomfortable to develop my character, right? For me to be able to really step into who God has designed me to be. Because for as long as I stayed comfortable, for as long as I stayed complacent, that is exactly what I was going to continue doing, staying comfortable and staying complacent. And nothing was going to change. And a lot of us like to say, if nothing changes, nothing changes. But also, if everything stays the same, everything stays the same. And I know that for me personally, things could not stay the same. I could not imagine being the same way, living the same life 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 3 years from now. I knew that I wanted more, and I know you want more. So go get your more. I'll see you in the next video.